Today is the 12th of January. My name is Clay Norman, and the reading for today is Acts 6, verses 1 through 7. One of my first jobs I took during my freshman year of college was to create a photo book, really, of products for a merchant. As I set up, I began to quickly realize that I really wasn't qualified because I didn't have any experience doing this type of work. And as I walked back to the dorm that day, I felt shamed because I didn't have the experience, but also I was humiliated. Knowing your qualifications helps. When it comes to taking a job, for example, when I took a job with the airlines, my qualifications were pretty good. I had about over twice as many hours as most of the other applicants. And I was well qualified. But unlike most of them, I had not flown a jet before. I had to train and train hard to gain those new skills. But what qualifications does it take to pass out food? What qualifications would you think of? What kind of words would you put into a job description? How about strong back and quick, able to think on your feet and take orders? Yeah, those are all good things. Yet today's passage, we find that those qualities weren't the ones that were used to choose the seven who were to hand out food. They were to be, and here's the job list or job qualification list. They were to be well respected, full of the Spirit and wisdom. They don't normally come, those qualifications don't normally come to mind when you're talking about distributing food. But what happened next is important. Verse 6 says, the seven were presented to the apostles who prayed for them as they laid their hands on them. They received an apostolic blessing. The results are found in verse 7. So God's message continued to spread. Nothing is said about the distribution of food or about the complaints of the Greek widows. The seven did their job well and must have been successful. Okay, here's a spoiler alert. At least one of those lowly food distribution workers went on to become an evangelist, and an amazing one at that. So what lowly job are you doing? What lowly job does God have you working at? Are you willing to take it and allow Him to make you successful? Are you willing to allow God to take what you and I call lowly and turn it into something much, much more than you would ever dream or could have imagined? I'm sure those seven men didn't realize what God had in store for him or for them when they began to become food distribution workers. Do you realize what God can do through you, no matter how lowly the job is or the responsibility that you have? Let God take control of that, of your situation, and let Him take what appears to be lowly and make it into something significant.